Hey guys, I'm D-Tunez, and today I want to talk about Lalal.Ai, which is basically an online tool to split the vocals and the instrumentals of a track you upload. So, for example, if you want to make a remix or a bootleg of a song and you don't have the acapella or an instrumental if you need it, you can put the original track through this tool and it will basically split the vocals and the instrumentals for you. Also, this doesn't only work for audio, but it also works with video files. So you can upload a video and it will split the vocals and the instrumentals apart. So yeah, this is really a useful tool which I've used some time now. So let's take a look at it. It literally is Lalal.ai, which is kind of a funny link, but it sticks in your head, so that's positive. And this is the front page. We'll get into everything in a second. So let's go to the About page and read a bit about this tool. It says right here, we've developed and trained a unique neural network based on 20 terabytes of training data to extract instrumentals and voice tracks from songs. Our goal is to make music creation and mixing easier for DJs, musicians, sound producers, dancers, and other creative people. That sounds pretty cool already. I'm a huge fan of artificial intelligence. The stuff NVIDIA is doing, for example, with its DLSS to boost frame rates in games is really cool in my opinion. And I'm very curious about the future. Like, what are we going to see with AI and what can it be applied to? And this is for musicians a really cool tool to split the vocals from the instrumentals. So yeah, I think this is really cool. Now let's go to the Media Kit page and read a little bit more. It says Lalal.ai introduces a new and improved way to extract vocals and instrumentals from music tracks. The new online service uses a machine learning algorithm to precisely identify and carefully separate vocal and instrumental tracks. Artificial intelligence has previously been used as a solution for the complex task of vocal isolation, but Lalal.ai is the first service to surpass even Spleeter and Phonic Mind in accessibility and quality of results. And you can read all about the quality of the results by going to the link right here. But this is a pretty long read, so I'm not going to do that right now. I have used Phonic Mind a lot too, but you have to pay, I think, like €4 for each song you upload, or you have to select another plan. So there's no free version to that. But this service is actually, it can be free, which is really nice. It has some restrictions, but for regular use, this is totally worth checking out. The restrictions are as following. You can only upload 3 tracks or 10 minutes in total, and your files will be stored for 10 days. So how this works, you select a file, it will process it, and then it will make a link, which it sends to your email address, which is also your account. And then you can download it via that email address. You can also choose some plans, but those prices change constantly, so I won't get into those. But it's nice to know that you have a couple of different options. But the free option is the one we're going to focus on. They have 2 songs on their website, which they put through that tool themselves to kind of give you an idea of how it works and how it sounds. So let's listen to those. Yeah, let's listen to the original, let's call it by launch trailer. I looked at you, can't explain. So let's call it love. I looked at you, can't explain. Let's call it love. And let's listen to the vocal and the instrumental. So the vocal first. That look in your eye, baby. I looked at you, can't explain. So let's call it love. I looked at you, can't explain. Let's call it love. this is obviously not perfect. I don't think it's possible to get a perfect vocal from splitting a track into two. But when you add your own music to this, so background instruments or noises, etc., it will blend together, so you won't really hear the artifacts you hear right now. Let's also quickly listen to the instrumental version. I think it works pretty well, especially when it has a free option, which Phonic Mind, for example, doesn't have. So I think it's really cool. Now let's run a track through this tool. I've been wanting to make a bootleg of Meet Me on the Battlefield for some time now, because I think it's a really lovely song. And I have put that song through Phonic Mind before, so we actually have a comparison. So I will find that file and be right back. Okay, so I find a file, and I will just drag it into here. And it will queue up, and it will process. That could take a bit of time, maybe a minute or something like that. So I'll be back when it's done processing. Remember, if you want the best quality, you should use the best file quality you can get. Preferably a WAV file, or I'm not sure if it's possible, maybe a FLAC file. Yeah, you can upload FLAC files, but you have to either get one of these packages. But a better quality file obviously results in a better quality end result. Once it's done processing, you'll get to this page, and you can listen to the vocal or the instrumental, which is a 1 minute preview. So you can always try before you buy. So let's process the full track by clicking free and process the entire track. I will enter my email address, and I will be back in FL Studio once it's all downloaded. Okay, so it has been downloaded. I also put the Phonic Mind version in here, which is at the top. And let's just look at the waveforms, and immediately I can see some differences. For example, Phonic Mind has some artifacts in the silent areas, which are not at all present in the Lalal.Ai version. Also at the start and a bit at the end here. Yeah, let's compare the two by listening. I have made 2 tests to show you what the differences are and how it compares. So this is the first test. It's the very start of the song. And yeah, let's just listen to both of them.
No time for rest, no pillow for my head, nowhere to run from this, no way to forget.
So this was the Phonic Mind version. Let's listen to the Lalal.Ai version. There was a bit of sound in the beginning in the Phonic Mind version, but there won't be any sound on the Lalal.Ai version. So I will skip that.
No time for rest, no pillow for my head, nowhere to run from this, no way to forget.
So already you can hear that this part is way crisper than the Phonic Mind version.
Nowhere to run from this, nowhere to run from this.
You also hear a lot less noise from the piano and other stuff in the background. So let's try a different section of the song. This is near the end of the song with a lot more instruments behind the vocals.
For the heirs to come, be brave and meet me on the battlefield. Even on the darkest night, I will be your sword and shield, your camouflage, and you will be mine. Echoes of the shots ring out. We may be the first to fall, change it all. For the years to come, be brave and meet me on the battlefield. Even on the darkest night, I will be your sword and shield, your camouflage, and you will be mine. Echoes of the shots ring out. We may be the first to fall. Everything could stay the same, or we could change it all.
So they're both tools. They struggle a bit to split the vocals, but in my opinion, Lalal.Ai sounds a lot crisper, and there's a lot less noise from other instruments. So I would choose Lalal.Ai over Phonic Mind, and also Lalal.Ai is free with some restrictions, and Phonic Mind basically never is free. So yeah, I'm pretty positive about Lalal.Ai. I think it has a lot of potential, and it already is pretty good. So yeah, let me know what you think of Lalal.Ai. And with that, I see you next time.